Hello, welcome back to Stranding the Board Game creation project thingy. I realized last time the map I have isn't big enough, so we're just gonna go ahead and, oops, wrong thing. This week, or this episode, I don't know how, I think these are gonna be daily for a little while. I've already gotten the first of several screenshots that I'm gonna piece together to create a bigger map. I now need to do sprite size, canvas size. We're just gonna make a big fuck off canvas. Another layer on top. Or below, I mean. Alright, now I'm gonna get another screenshot. Ba-ba-bum. Yeah, I'm using a pre-existing interactive map that has been made. Oh, my music ended. As long as I never zoom in or out, I should be able to scale everything pretty well and just piece it together very carefully. What helps is you can see there's these already existing guiding lines that I can use to get it partially lined up correctly, and then it's just as simple as boom. And there we go. Those two are now correct. Now let's get another screenshot. Here we go. Yeah, right around here. Line up that, and now we just slide up. It's really hard to explain exactly how I can tell when I've gotten it right, but I've looked at pixels enough to know when pixels are not lining up correctly, if that makes sense. If there's enough demand for it, I might make it. I'm thinking I might also do a board of the first location in the game map, with the idea being that that will be like the tutorial board. And when you slide this to the side somewhat, yeah, do this. Making a whole new, much bigger board. Again, the already existing grid put on the map coming in very clutch and making this much easier. And that's pixel perfect lineup. Yay! Okay. And now get another screenshot. Merge down. New layer. Shift the layers. Work on layer 1. Or the lower layer, I mean. We're dealing with a slightly less visible grid, which makes life a little bit more annoying. I think I got the grid aligned now. Ooh, maybe I don't. Hang on. No, maybe I do? Okay, I do. That's perfect. Alright, and now I just need one more screenshot to finish piecing everything together. Mm-mm-mm. There we go. That should align with that. And then... And there we go. We got our new larger map. And now what we want to do is take this this new map I made. Oops, I did not merge down all the layers. And bring it back over to the project we already have going. Because I have a bunch of things over here that I don't want to have to move, like, migrate over. Oops, wrong button. Still need even bigger. Why is it? God damn it. It's fucking up. Slide this over to right around there. And then slide it up to right there. And now canvas size. Slide that to right there. Slide this up to right here. What? Why didn't it? Alright, now we're just gonna... Whoop. Wop. There we go. Perfect. Alright, now... Let's just... grab these three. Oops, wrong layer. Grab these three. And now we've got a much, much bigger board game. Or board to build our game on, you know. Yeah, boom. Yeah, I think, okay, this is going to be much nicer. Alright, so tuck these up here for now. Let's go ahead and mark off all of the places that will be in, like, consistent locations, which means all of the cities and distro centers get marked with this symbol. As well as the incineration plant. Yeah, and that's all of those. Alright, and now we're gonna go ahead and put this onto every prepper camp. We got this guy. Hang on, sorry, I'm just looking at my interactive map. A prepper camp located. There's of course fucking Inglert's place right here. There's another prepper camp right here. The old man living right around here. Right there. That's him. Give me a second. There is a... This is the chiral artist. We're gonna treat Mama's home as a camp. There's gonna be the movie guy right here. The collector tucked himself in right around here. Right there, I believe. Right here is the cosplayer. Down here is the farmer. Let's actually mark up the mule camps as we're going and other known locations of interest. Like places that I know are major BT hotspots are gonna get marked up. I want to mark this canyon and give me a second. Where's the crazy tall pillar we saw? It's not... I think it's like... We're just building out our map right now, really. I'm placing markers as I see fit. And you know what? Let's build the highway. So, the first one goes right here. The next one goes right in here. I'm not always keeping them exactly where they are in their in-game equivalent locations. Oh yeah, this bigger map was definitely a good call. Okay. Highway thing here and here. Let's do... Nope. God. I hate it when it just decides to massively highlight a bunch of things beyond what I already highlighted. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just mark off all the highway real fast. Stop highlighting more than what I'm actually highlighting, Jesus. Alright. There's another highway terminal around here. Rather than putting one here and... Or, you know, yeah, let's do one here and one up here. Let's keep moving down for the moment. I'm going to combine these two into one. There's one here. There's one just south of the distro center. One over here. One up here. And one down here. This is some fucking Charlie and the Chocolate Factory ass music. And this is two separate ones here and here, but I'm just gonna mark one. Alright. We're gonna quickly throw in these down here where the race track gets built. Alright. One right here. One right here. The bigger map was definitely a necessity. We can see so much more environmental detail, and I think that'll help facilitate making this all look really nice. Bum. Bum. One goes here. One goes here. One goes here. One goes here and here. One goes here and over here. And then over here. And then over here. And then there's one here. We missed a prepper shelter. Oh, I guess we didn't really mark all the prepper shelters, right? We stopped for the moment so we could focus on this. Boom. 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 Doom and doom. And I think we might actually simplify the road down. To be dupe. Dupe. Rather than the big crazy swervy swerve that it normally is. Oh, but it's supposed to connect up over here in the end, so hang on, what we'll do is this, and this one. Alright, and that means that our highway system in the end is going to be let's make say 4 pixel thick. Oh no, not 24. 4 pixel. Boop. Yes. Yes. And so yeah, if two highway station, or when you build a highway station, if both highway stations have been constructed by the player, then the road between them is traversable in the board game mechanic. We're gonna change how this one curves for the sake of the board game. Bum. We're gonna just move this one a little further up for the sake of it. A lot of this might change as we go and develop the board game more. Yeah. Alright, back to marking off where people live. So we've marked off all of... yeah, we've done pretty much all of the important location markers I want on the right side of the map. Oh, you know what? We can still mark off the hot springs. Give me a second. So, I want to mark her here where there's a hot spring, and we're going to do one up here where the BT zone is. Every mule camp should get its own marker. Mule and terrorist camp. Oof. Sorry, just adjusting myself a little. Yeah. That's... Am I missing something? I feel like I'm... Yes, this hot spring. I'm not missing any hot springs, right? No? Okay. And then let's go ahead and mark off the weather station, of course. And this guy's prepper station, which is right around there. Right around there. Alright. Now let's do the northwestern half of the map. Oh, hang on. Let's put a marker here where this BT dense zone is. And this guy gets a marker. There's, of course, a mule camp here. And a mule camp over right here. There's a survivor there. There's a hot spring here. A survivor here. Survivor and a hot spring located here and here. I know this is a BT heavy zone, so we're gonna mark a thing here. Survivor campment here. And here, right? Yeah. And then here. And where is that? Right there. God, looking back and forth between the two maps, trying to figure out where the fuck things are. Oh, there's Deadman's Cabin right here. And they're located down here. Hartman's Lab, of course, gets marked up. And then we get this guy's place right here with the BT dense zone over here. I'm gonna actually use 2 markers for that one for reasons. There's the guy who lives down here. I'm actually gonna do a second marker. And then we get boom, boom, mule camp, BT dense zone. Alright, there's all the really important things marked off. Yeah. At this point, I can close my interactive map that I've been looking at. And I realize I've lost my bridge symbol, so let's grab that. And make it nice and small. Alright. Let's start building a little bit of a player movement map now. Boom. So, doop, doop. Yeah, I want it to be that the white lines can only be followed if the player has built the road. So we're going to put a map marker here and here. I never want the map markers to be too far from each other. And we're going to make the road move like this to denote, oh, you get to skip all of that when you build the road. Yeah, okay. Okay. And then right here. Alright, let's just worry about brain. I'm just trying to make the map in a way that I think works good. This will be used to denote that this is a tile you can only cross without issue if you have made a bridge over it. Is that how I want to do this? Yeah, that's how I want to do it. So these are paths that you unlock by building a bridge. Boop. 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 We're just gonna go ahead and do... Hang on. Delete all of those. So, what we're gonna start doing now is just connecting everything we already have with blue circles, spaced out at fairly even intervals. So like, boom, boom. No, I feel like that's better. That's supposed to be there. So yeah, I've connected these now. Now let's connect up to inglerts. So we want to go like boom, 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 boom. How do I want to do this? Now I'm just having trouble thinking of how I want to connect things up. You know what I mean? Like this is now the hard part. The part where I have to make up more connections to put everything together the rest of the way. Because we've already marked up everything the game considers a unique and like important location. Now I have to do the actual game board gameplay design of connecting them in a fun way for the players of the board game. So yeah, we're gonna do do this. Oh, you know what? Hang on, yeah. Sorry, I keep flashbanging all of you by accident. This is gonna be the highway layer. God damn it, fucking... I'm trying to do 10 pixels, fuck! Oh, you know what, that's too much anyway. 5 pixels. I might pick a better color for this later. Yeah, and so this is just clearly denoting the path that you as a player can follow if you're taking the highway. So if 2 highway chunks have been completed, you can automatically travel from one to the next. Is like how the gameplay mechanic will work with a single movement action. And I think this makes for a much nicer visualization of the highway. Like I said, I'm almost definitely gonna find a different color for it, though. There we go. Ba-bum. Yes, I know this is different than the actual in-game highway, but it's, you know, an extrapolation that is better for the board game. I'm gonna move this one as well. This tool. Ba-bum. Damn it. There we go. Yes, yes. There we go, and that is the highway system done. I don't like the color I've made it, though. Maybe like a nice semi-transparent white would be better. Hang on. How do I decrease the transparency? I thought Fill Bucket would actually do it. Hang on. I'm trying to think of how I want to do what I'm trying to do. Hang on. I might be able to edit. There we go. And I think that leaves the... Oh, let's make it a little bit brighter. That denotes it without it making it too obstructive from the visuals of the game, I think. Alright. Okay, holy shit. We're getting somewhere. Okay, we've been going for 30 more minutes, almost 40, so we're actually gonna wrap up this episode there for the YouTube crowd. So, hope you've all enjoyed this episode of Death Stranding the board game. You know, 2 episodes deep. First one basically helped us realize we need a bigger map. Second one was us making the bigger map. Now what we got to start doing is making all the actual movement tiles. Mark the locations where the bridges need to be made. Maybe actually talk about more about how the fuck my board game concept will work. I don't know. Maybe it'd be important to let you all know how the rules are in my head, but I talked a lot about it during my Death Stranding playthrough, so you kind of probably already have an idea. I don't know. Love y'all very much, and ta-ta for now. Also, I forgot to do this last time. Oh, support me on Ko-fi. Bye.